Another question you need to talk about in your courtship is the religion aspect. And all, yes, the religion aspect. We have those that are Muslims and Christians, then the traditionalists. So with these questions, you need to know how this will help in raising a good child. Hello, you're welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Vicky's Arena. I'm so glad to have you back on my channel. So I'm so happy to have you guys around. So yes, today the topic I'm about to say, or I'm about giving out for us to understand and pick one or two out of it. This topic is about those of you that are in a relationship that would eventually lead to marriage. You are in your courtship journey. There are some questions you need to ask your partner. You both need to sit down one-on-one, have a deep discussions, and I will be telling you some kind of questions you are to ask one another with your own sincerity. This will help and guide you both on how you're going to have a successful marriage. So I just want you to sit down, relax, and listen attentively. If it is possible, you can share to your friends that are also in the same situation or in the same position as yours, so as to allow them learn one or two in this journey. So the number one question you need to ask your partner is, where are you going to live? I know this kind of questions has caused chaos in some relationship, even has led to breakup. But these questions is something you and your partner needs to sit down and talk and dish out, so as to know the kind of place you're going to live. So the female, you know the way we behave. So some people will want to live very comfortably, which is a good one, but to live comfortably. But you know the way life is, it might look promising, but at the long run, everything might change. So back to what I was saying is, where will you be living after your wedding? Rather, this is talking about your apartment where you'll be staying. Are you going to stay with your your husband's family's house as a family house? Are you going to be staying in a one-room apartment? Are you going to stay in a 2-bed, 3-bed, depending on your choice? So you and your partner, you need to talk, need to be so intense with your discussion, so as to know what you both will agree on and will not cause problem in your marriage. That's after your wedding. We know some men, their father owns a house. Some women, their father owns a house. So living with a family member would not be comfortable. And speaking from experience, as a person, I will never advise you stay with your family, in quote family house, because you won't be free. The way you and your husband might want to treat yourself, your family members will not be comfortable, and this will cause prognosing into your marriage, and things might not go right. So you need to discuss very, very well. Are we staying in a family house? Are we renting a 1-bed? Are we staying in a self-con 2-bedroom? Or better still, are you guys going to build a house before you embark on the wedding and marriage journey? So these are the kind of questions you need to ask very, very well, so there will not be problem after the wedding. The second question is, who are you? You need to ask your partner. You guys need to ask one another, who are you? Who are you doesn't mean you don't know them, but you need to know about their past. You need to talk to them, or they need to talk to you. You guys need to talk together about your past, what has happened, what you were into before, what has changed about you, the kind of person you are. This is very important because when we look at some breakups, some divorce in marriages, this happens because they lack this information about who their partner or their spouse is. So when after the wedding, they start seeing some attitude, they start seeing things that they are not happy with or they can't vibe and gel with, they tend to file for a divorce, and this would break the marriage apart. So things like this, you need to let your partner know, who are you? I was like this when I was young. This is my way of life. So with this will give you an idea of who your partner is. If it is somebody you would need to settle with, good. And if it's someone you know you are going to have a problem with later in future, the best is to talk about it and back out. So you need to ask who the person you're about to engage in the journey of marriage with is, so you have a peace of mind. Another question you need to ask is, how is our savings going to be like? You know, the women, they have this slang that say that your money is our money, my money is my own money. And seriously speaking, is actually nice, but for a good marriage, you need to talk on your financial stabilities. Why am I saying this in essence is, let's know if you're going to have a joint account or if everybody's going to have his or her own separate account, or if this person will be the one footing the bill of the house, or if we are going to split the bills of the house 50-50. That's 50 from you and 50 from your partner. So you need to talk about it very, very well. So it won't be like when you get into the marriage, start having issues about money, about financial issues, which might lead to a broken marriage. So you need to talk so well about your financial stuff. So some people, they have separate accounts and they have a joint account in which whatever money they want to use, they save it there so they can take out of it to do any of the necessary things, the bills in the house. Another question is, are we having babies immediately, or we still need to wait a little just to enjoy the single couple's life? This is another sensitive question. Some people might want to have kids as fast as soon as possible because some people might, due to age or due to family issues, while some might still want to wait, enjoy their single life. Like, okay, me and my husband, no distraction from external factor, with the child. And people seems to say that when you have a child in your marriage, the love between the couples divide. The father, if it's a girl child, the father tends to put more love on the girl child, and if it's a male child, the mother tends to put more love on the male child. So these questions need to be discussed very, very well. So it won't be like your family members will be like, it's time for you to have a child, and meanwhile it's another thing you guys have discussed. So you need to talk about it very, very well. Are we having babies right after our wedding, or are we still going to wait 1 to 2 years just to enjoy ourselves? This kind of questions needs to be talked out. You need to talk about it so much, so as to have the idea on what after wedding is going to look like. Another question you need to talk about in your courtship is the religion aspect. The religion aspect. We have those that are Muslims and Christians, then the traditionalists. This will help keep you guys in track on how to raise your kids. You discuss intensively as a Muslim. Will you allow, after marriage, your spouse who is a Christian join your religion, or as a Christian and your partner is a Muslim, after wedding, will your partner join your religion as a Christian, or you are going to go your separate ways? Nobody is going to disturb one another about the religion aspect. You need to talk this intensively and come to oneness and in understanding. For me, it is best to do a religion so as not to have the children divided. Then when it comes to Christianity, we have different denomination. Let's talk about it. Am I going to go to, if your partner is the one that attends a Pentecostal church, a Catholic church, we need to talk about this. Talk it out, talk extensively, talk deep about it, so it would not cause any issue after your wedding. Another questions you need to ask in your courtship is, how are bills going to be paid? How are we going to pay our bills? Is it that the bills will only be on the husband, which is the man of the house, alone, or is the bills going to be on who earns highest income, or the bills will be divided 50-50? No cheating. This can cause issues in marriages, issues in relationship. Some people might even divide the bills into two, like the woman will be the one in charge of the house utensils that will be needed, which are minor, while the husband will be in charge of the house utility and every other things, which are the major. So it depends in which way you want to divide your bill. Let's talk this out in a matured way and pour out your opinion, because when before we can come to an agreement, we have to come through a disagreement corner. So you just need to talk this out. Don't say, oh, I love him. After your marriage, after your wedding rather, you will come to the reality of these questions I am talking about. So you need to talk about it. How is the bill going to be shared? Is it going to be on one person's shoulder, or you and your partner are going to share it equally? So just do that time, talk these things out. Another question you need to ask in your courtship journey is, how much will you be saving out of your salary, out of your monthly income, or out of your daily income? If you're an entrepreneur, if your partner is an entrepreneur, you both are an entrepreneur, people should come to an agreement of saving a particular amount every month. This will help so as to help tackle some unnecessary things that might come up, that might pop up, to be attended to. So you need to decide, is it that the person that has the higher income will be the person to be saving a lot? So these are the questions you need to talk about to put you in a peaceful marriage after your wedding. Another question you need to ask in your courtship journey is, what is your vision? As you both are going to come together in oneness, in unity, and become one. It takes two to tango. Two coming together makes them one. So what's your vision? Peradventure, you guys are married. After marriage, what are the goals you need? Marriage is just a primary assignment, but your goals in which would keep your marriage, in which your children will learn from and see, is another thing you need to tackle. What's your vision going to be like? Are you guys going to be limited? Are you thinking of establishment? What are the visions you understand in the next 2 to 3 years? What are you seeing your family to be? What are you seeing your family's income to be like? So these are the questions you need to trash. Another topic to discuss, or another questions in which you have to discuss, is, after your wedding, will any of your family members stay with you? so common, especially with those people that has few siblings in their family, or maybe they are the only one that their parents gave birth to. So you need to discuss this with your partner. If you are going to welcome any family member immediately after your wedding that may feel they want to come and stay or spend some months, and there are some questions you need to ask them. Even if they are coming to stay, why are they coming to stay? For how long are they coming to stay? And who is coming to stay? So even if you are going to allow anybody, it shouldn't be an opposite sex. It should be like the same. If you are from the woman part, it should be maybe from the man's angle, and if you are from the female, it should be from the male angle. So you understand what I'm saying? So because this kind of thing has really ended some relationships, some marriages, because when you allow people that allows their family member into their house, this will make you comfortable as a person or as a new wedded couple. This will be like your family member has come to monitor your well-being in the family, how you do your things. It might be different from the way other people do their things. So if you are allowing any family member to come into your family, you need to talk it out. You need to know if that reason is important enough for you to allow them. So you need to talk this out. Even especially some people, their mother will always want to come, so you need to talk it out. If you are to allow any member of your family come around to stay. Another is allowing a third party influence in your marriage. During your courtship, you need to talk this out. Third parties also include your friends, your family. These are the issues that also has put an end to some relationship. You need to talk to your spouse. You guys need to come together and rub minds together so that you can agree and have a wonderful marriage after that. So you don't allow any third party interfere in your marriage. You both are seeing yourself, or you both as plan on getting married to each other. So you should discuss on how to handle issues, on how to settle issues amidst you two, than allowing a third party. So you need to also talk this out. So with all these few questions I've said and mentioned, I believe you would have grabbed one or two, and I bet you these are good and reasonable questions. One more to go. After wedding, will you allow your wife be a full housewife or a career woman? So talk to your spouse. Are you going to allow me work, or you're going to allow me stay at home? So you will know what and what you are bargaining for, what and what you are entering into. No, don't quote me wrong. Some people are staying at home because they want to. But as a career woman, if you're a career person, staying at home is a bad one for you, because this will put limitations to your life. It will look as if you are in a closed range, like you're in a cage. So if you know you're a kind of person that is after your career, you need to talk well with your partner so as to tell them this and this is what I would like to do after our wedding. So please don't forget to click on subscription bell, like, comment and share. And I hope this has already helped enlightening your knowledge about what and what you have to discuss during your courtship. I remain your favorite girl, VHYKEY'S Arena. Bye. See you in another video.